다시 한번 큰 박수로 모셔주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Let's welcome him with another big round of applause. Thank you very much. And this one, after over 1,600 vigil, I think more amazing things are happening. Our trainee Cheong Naim is a trainee who graduated Sona Middle School and entered the university, the Korean arts, majored in choreography, and currently doing her master of degrees in performing arts. And after, she is currently pursuing her doctorate degree. That's how she did five times in the training center. I believe that we should invite her during Great Works and this August Great Works, when our trainees, young trainees, 1,000 of them sing Waymaker and do this performance arts. I truly believe that it will be an event where both the physical and the spiritual world are working. This performing arts, it's not arts that was existing, but it is through the inspiration given by heaven by singing this Waymaker. So in this training center, when you are resonating with the subject spiritual world, when you pray, they are receiving such amazing grace, and they are able to realize that Heavenly Parent is living and working. I truly hope you'll also realize that. And overall, today, internationally, 19,000 places are connected, and 41,200 of our members are offering devotion in Heavenly Korea. In the Chona Special District, 176 are participating on branch, on site, and our providential institution leaders are offering devotion constantly without changing hard. And I thank you for your continuous devotion. And in Cheonshim Church, 55 of them are gathered in prayer. And in Iksan Church, 51 of them are offering devotion together. And Sungwon University, Changwon, in that order, the Heavenly Korea churches are offering devotion. Cheonshim Church, they are commemorating the 777th devotion, building up the tower of devotion. In Heavenly Japan, Nagano Church, 32 are gathered in one place. And now, they will expand the venues 2 to 3. And they report that they will continue their devotion. Hikone Church, 20 of them. Junyomya Church, 16. Kamiko Church, 13. Oita Church, 11. And Heavenly Japan, Cheonshim Won, 9 of them are gathering in their devotion. And families, 14,600 places are currently gathered in devotion. And internationally, our Heavenly Europe and Middle East Yongsong 40-day workshop trainees in Russia, 84 of them are gathering their devotion connected to the main branch. That is Albania, not Russia, I believe. Also in Albania, they are offering devotion in Europe for 40 days. And in Europe, 2 of the spiritual workshops are being conducted. Also, they are doing 40-day workshops in Mozambique, the spiritual workshop, and also the Heavenly North America connected together with us and joining us, and internationally, everyone who are offering devotion connected to this branch. Congratulations, and we thank you for your devotion. And this main branch is the headquarters of devotion. It's also the office of True Father, and this is also a place where it resembles the heart. It is important when you offer, when we connect to the main branch, even though it's a long, distant place. Please believe that this grace could be resonated. I truly hope that you'll be able to have a time where you can resonate with the main branch. I truly believe that that should be established. Today, those who are offering devotion in the detention center, marking the 289th day for the health of True Mother and exoneration and the return of True Mother, with 2 fists clasping, we are offering this sincere devotion, Kwanakure and Anson Church. Even in this humid and hot weather, they are unwavering in their devotion in front of the detention center. They are joined through with this Cheonshim Won Vigil devotion. we are facing the first public trial. Last public trial. When we look at True Mother's devotion and love and embrace for this humanity and for her endeavors of truth for the peace of the world, and we look at her holy life, it transcends nations, race, and religions. All of the hearts of our people are gathered, and you cannot really hide the light of our mother. And this 1602nd Cheonshim Vigil devotion with absolute devotion and hearts of our members. I truly hope this will become a victorious result for our True Mother Aju. And 583 trainees are here. Korean 80, Japanese 126, and international 48, and GPP 22, and Yongsong Academy 66 of them are offering devotion, and Yongsong workshop trainees 71, Moshim 28, and international Yongsong workshop trainees 118, and the great epic of the Korean chosen Han people workshop 24 of our trainees are gathered in devotion at this place. For our trainees, if all of our churches are offering devotion with their names up, they are offering devotion. I truly hope there will be a works of revival and resurrection through this workshop. Today, the heavily Central and South America's Cheonshim Won volunteers, we saw their videos of Yongsong Academy, and the Jardim Training Center is the training center of the Central and South America, but in fact, it was not being operated for a long time, but because of the big grace of True Mother, we were able to reorganize the Jardim Training Center, and we are seeing this training centers are being conducted. A lot of people went there. I truly believe just looking at the video is you want to go back there. During the volunteer period, let's offer them a big round of applause for them to be able to give big results during the period of volunteering. And today, Lee Seung-yeon, the Yongsong workshop trainee, has given this testimony. He didn't have individual faith. He was a dependent faith. But after leaving his job, with the plea of his mother, he joined the Yongsong 40-day workshop and have received miraculous grace continuously during his period here. And he gave that testimony today. The grace of praise. The grace that was so miraculous, where he was able to deeply resonate with the heart of Heavenly Parent and True Parents. And also, offering 430 vows of devotion during his time where he was dozing off, he was able to feel and substantially embody the love of Heavenly Parent. If you are in a state of such hardship, it's okay to doze off a little. It might be the time where Heavenly Parent will shower you with your love. You will be able to feel the love at that time. For those who are offering training a long time, a lot of them are receiving those kind of experience a lot. And listening to the lectures and reading the Hundok of Chambumoron and listening to the words, he was able to know the sorrowful heart of Heavenly Parent and also resonate the heart of True Mother in that position where he could resonate deeply on the stage of the 1600 Cheonshim Vigil devotion. He had substantial change. In the past, he was looking, giving praise and thinking about other people, but now he was able to change his heart, where he could not help his heart but shout "Abaji" with great voice, with a loud voice through that performance. He had a turning point in his faith. and
우리 곁에
was able to feel Heavenly Parent who is living and working side next to us, who the waymaker who opens up the path, and the great Heavenly Parent. It was the time he truly experienced Heavenly Parent. Before coming to the workshop, he didn't participate in the Cheonshim Won Vigil devotion even at once, but through this 1,600 Cheonshim Won Vigil devotion, seeing the devotions, and really thought that these people are those who are offering sincere devotion. If we are together with these kind of people, we will be able to see victory. Absolutely. But he was able to find that confidence through their, even though if we are walking this path of thorns, he will absolutely go and become the embodiment of the word. It's not, he will not live a dependent faith, but an independent and have ownership of his own faith and follow this path until the very end. That was how beautiful the testimony was. And today, Higashi Risa had a Hyojang performance performing the obe, and also Park Seung-won, the Moshim workshop trainee. I believe he is becoming a great person that Kangneung had produced. Last year, he was in a position who rejected the church, and whenever there was church talks about church, they were in an argument. That's how difficult he was. But through attending 21st Yongsung workshop, he was able to resonate with the heart of Heavenly Parent, and attending the ninth attendance workshop, he became a person and resolved a person where he could practice. He realized it's more important to practice rather than theory. So with that question, he constantly kept asking this question: what is moshim? What is attendance? And asked his mother through his phone, and asked, and what he realized through the conversation with his mother is that mother was the one who was attending 4 siblings, 4 children. The person who give the most living life attendance is our parents. It's our parents who live the life of attendance the most, with a heart of a parent and with a body of a servant. True parents' words, where we use sweat tears for the earth, when we tear for humanity, and when we shed blood for heaven. And being the staff for the 3-day workshop for Heavenly Japan and Heavenly Korea, became a staff as a volunteer, and during leading the prayer gathering, praise prayer gathering, through he had the feeling that he needs to attend well this training. And when he was offering praise, he was able to see people crying through the praise. He received such grace. And through this culture of hearts, he realized how to attend, and also attending an elder member, an elder who is about the same age as true mother, walking the path of mother. He thought that he reflected that why couldn't have I attended my grandmother when she was still here in the physical world. He had that kind of deep realization, and also thought about his father. Whenever he thought about father in the past, when father came in, he wanted to hide, and he was arguing with his father, and he thought the father was a person who made it difficult for his mother. But through this attendance motion workshop, he had a deep realization that the father was actually attending his children. After he was 60 years old, over 60 years old, he will go early in the morning, and he will do delivery in parcels. He's not his children doesn't welcome him, but he will sleep, and without resting, he did it for several years. That is such precious heart That is really precious.
사실은 그런 아버지를
If you have that kind of father,
잘 모셔야 됩니다.
the mother should attend that father.
수고해서 오늘
That the father,
네
the
아빠가 수고해서
you said you are eating this because your father did so much hard work.
모셨더라면은
If you have
자녀들의 마음이
attendant,
저절로
well,
우리를 향해
the
갔을 텐데
children's heart will be connected to the father. But a lot of our families, the mothers,
아빠를 원망하는 사람이 많습니다.
there are a lot of families, the mother really resent the father because the father doesn't have a faith, doesn't attend church service,
불평불만을
and have a lot of complaints.
모든 자녀들이
All of the children,
아버지를 생각하면
whenever thinking of the father,
원망스럽고
had a heart of resentment towards, and sometimes will blame the father because of their misfortune and their unfortunate
원망을 하고
uh,
아버지가 엄마를 고생시킨다고
and
원망을
resent the father that he's the one who is making it hard, difficult for the mother. However, the father of an unfortunate household is the most unfortunate.
저도 가난한
I was a father in an unfortunate household,
저를 키웠습니다.
and my father was,
한 평도 없는
he didn't have a single
집안에서 장남으로 태어나서
land. I was the eldest son in that family. He was.
벌어졌는가?
I realized how difficult it was to earn his money.
장사가 없습니다.
He did everything to earn. He did candy. He sold candy. Walking those hill over hill, he will drag the cows from Jincheon to Byeongchan
소를 끌고 다니면서 소장사도 해보고
and selling cows. He did all the things to make ends meet.
농사를 하면서
And
돈 만들기가 쉽지 않습니다.
it's difficult to earn a lot during becoming farmer because we are borrowing other people's land to become a farmer.
자식을 공부시키는 아버지의 그
True.
사랑,
The love of my father who wanted me to be educated,
자녀를 향한 모시는
the love, the attendance of a father
여러분 생각하시고
are even more greater through this misfortune.
원망하지 말고
Our second generation should not resent our father because of the misfortune, but think about how the father really was attending the children in this.
정말로 오늘 저녁에는
If you become filial sons and daughters,
착한 아버지들이 있다면은
if there are fathers here,
웃는 시간이
I truly
시간 되리라고.
believe that this will be the time all of our fathers will shed tears.
그래서 이번 수련을 통해
And through this workshop,
지난 날을 돌아보게 되어
reflecting the past,
감사와 사랑으로 부모님께
he was able to
실천하며 살아갈 것을
dedicate himself to practice his filial love. Reflecting the past,
감사와 사랑으로 부모님께
he was able to
실천하며 살아갈 것을
dedicate himself to practice his filial love
역한
and piety to true parents and to attend the true mother in this golden era until the very end and resolve themselves.
이제 강릉 교회
And
가면
when he go back to Gangneung Church, he will restore and find
어머님의
the
심정을
resting, dormant, distant second, third generation with a heart of embracing like true mother.
최선을
He will
다하는
do his utmost
약속을 했습니다.
and he gave us his
부모에게
promise.
큰 보람이고
It is a big
강릉교회도
grace for the mother parents and a great blessing for the church. Let's offer a big round of applause for the two who offered these children testimonies.
그래서 오늘 모신
But today, we listened to the report of motion worship. It was such an emotional and grace-filled time of
이전은
report. In this training center, after the Cheonwon Channeling Sanctum enter ceremony, before that, this
천일 성전에
worship was intended to where we attend substantially apparent parents through the Cheonwon Channeling Sanctum.
큰
Before
공에
the entrance ceremony, in the
많고
Cheonwon, there were a lot of small dots, and
가을다 보니까
because they were
여러
yes
가지가 많아요.
under construction, there's so many dust there, and
닦고 또
they were wiping and wiping,
닦아내야
wiping.
되는 일입니다.
They needed to do that.
수련생을
So
좀 동원할 수 없겠느냐고.
why don't we mobilize the 4-day workshop trainings?
계속해서 청소만 하면은 할 수가 없잖아요.
We couldn't really just do the cleaning. That's the reason why we were recruiting motion workshop trainings for the entrance ceremony of Cheonwon Channeling Sanctum to really clean the entire Cheonwon. Let's have this workshop. But through this workshop, there were a lot of great grace, and had the realization that this should be a single thing, but it should be continuous workshop. The reason why we are living a life of faith is for us to become a divine spirit, and how to complete a divine spirit is to be completed through motion, through attendance. when we attend Heavenly Parent, and when we attend True Parents, when we attend True Parents, and our parents, our wife, our husband, our children,
모심의 범위가 넓을수록
when we expand the realm of motion attendance, we'll become the protagonists of our bigger love. And when we attend the nation, we attend the world and attend the cosmos, when we this is a training where we could be educated, and this is such most important last workshop. We are preparing for this with this heart. In 2025, it was there was this important motive for us where we substantially attend the Creator Heavenly Parent in this 20 in the 13th of 20. Where that is the reason why how that is important this motion workshop is. Through this workshop, they are becoming absolutely changed qualitatively through this workshop and receiving the grace and the 심정 from spirituality workshop. Now they are able to deeply root their faith through this motion workshop and through the intensive prayers, and over even more than experience the 심정, but seeing visions and experience great spiritual experiences. These things are happening when they are being able to break through and offering such devotion. They are able to be in the deep depth realm. Also, we listen to the testimony of Seonjo of training, giving us such a grace-filled testimony and reflection. Listening to the testimony of this, I truly think about the devotion of the mothers attending Extant Church. When they in Extant Church, 51 of them are gathered, and the reason why the Extant Church are gathering every day is because of the devotion of this mother. It's really hard for the mother to take care of a widow to take care of the 5 children. After work, she will go straight to Cheonshim Won and offer devotion, and that Jeongseong became the fruition where we could see a filial daughter be born. Kato Yuna, who wants to be an actress, is offering such devotion and challenging herself, and offered 700,000 calling out prayers, and offered found devotion 530 times every day, and offering devotions with such sincerity and earnesty. Because we have this kind of people, we truly believe the Heavenly Parent's dream will be fulfilled on this earth. When this Jeongseong is accumulated, Heavenly Parent is the one who makes miracles happen for the path of our true mother. In Heavenly Japan, Masudo Church, Nishino Makiko, our member, gave this reflection of 1,600 vigil devotion on March 4th. After the dissolution order of the church, the church pastor Lee Chang-bae and his wife continued to has ended the vigil devotion on the 613th. But however, our president Lee told us that we could count the devotion in our family, because we were attending 1,600 vigil devotion, and well, coincidentally, the same day of the 700 vigil of our church, we rented karaoke. It was not only a bad thing that happened in the March 4th, but there were really good things happen. This is the reason I wanted to share this reflection. Last year, in June, a second generation Masuna Church, I was saying that I'm pregnant, and that second generation, she was getting pressured by the baby, and she had some cardiac arrest. She was sent to the hospital. The baby was delivered safely, but our sister was in such a difficult situation where she needed to implant a heart. We all gathered before the Cheonshim devotion, but we prayed, even though it wasn't a situation where we could shout with a heart of earnesty. Earnestly, we prayed, calling our prayer for the second generation. Even for our devotion, she still got infection, and she was in a situation where she couldn't implant artificial heart. She was barely holding on to life. It was a situation where we did not know how her body could hold on any longer. It was such in despair. But through the devotion, over 500 vigil devotion, but that second generation, the baby, the third generation, gave the third generation's picture, and we witnessed miracles in the ICU. was moved to the ACO, and
치료 방법이 없다고 했는데
it was said that she needed to implant a new heart, but she didn't need to do that, and she was in the path of recovering. And at the mark of 600 visit devotion, she was moved to a general hospital. It was miraculous. It felt like a dream. That's how glad we were.
그리고 마침내
And finally,
해산 이후인
after the dissolution order in the end of March, she was able to get out the hospital. After the 700 visit devotion, the third generation are now living such a joyful family. It might be a small devotion as an individual, but if we offer devotion and gather, I truly felt how great the devotion was. That was how miraculous her recovery was. I'm so grateful for Heavenly Parent for saving our second generation. True Mother, Holy Mother Han, for her to return as swiftly as possible. We are offering this devotion gathered and in Masada Church. For 30 years, it was a church that didn't do any wrongdoing because the landowner wanted us to return. We will do a new contract with the owner at August. So, like this, through the Cheonshim Won devotion, when we see this pile up, miraculous things are happening.
우리가 함께 합심해서
If we pray with one heart, with such desperate prayers, and those prayers will be able to move the heavens.
여러분 이 믿음으로
With that conviction and faith,
기도하시기 바랍니다.
I truly hope you'll pray.
여러분의 모든 믿음을 더해서
Let's add with all the devotion and faith upon faith.
보고하신
As our member missional has given this testimony, let us praise and let us pray with such conviction. We'll be able to see miracles happen individually and also within our community.
창조주 하늘 부모님을
Heavenly Parent, the Creator, for us to truly deeply attend,
진심으로
to
모시기 위해서
sincerely attend Holy Mother, and let us, if we go forth with sincerity, we'll be able to see at this night. We'll be able to see the great works of heaven.
기적이 일어날 때까지
For miracles to happen, let us march forward without cease. I truly hope you will
1600개
continuously
오는 동안
pray until 1,600 vigil devotion. Even if you might started late, but it's so difficult to offer the first contingent in Cheonha Special District. 107 of them offer devotion every day. You will understand it's not easy to do that.
저도
For me,
1600개를 넘어가는
after going past 1,600 devotion, I walked such a difficult path. I couldn't even say all single detail, but what would have happened if I ceased this devotion?
사람이 많아질수록 우리는
If we offer devotion unceasingly, we'll be able to go this path further. But if we see a lot of people giving up, it shouldn't be like that. We need to add more than yesterday. We need to see more increase in attendance in all church. In this Cheonshim Won, if you know the value of this Cheonshim Won,
얼마나 호소하시고
how pleading and earnestly shouting to us, true Father in the spiritual, center of this Cheonshim Won. If you know Hyojinim, if you know Heunjin-nim, if you know Taemun-nim, if you know the absolute good spirits shouting at us,
오늘 더 나아야 되는
we need to be better than yesterday.
어제보다 오늘 더 몸부림을
We need to be more earnest than yesterday. All church,
어제보다
we
오늘
need to
더 기도하자.
give more prayer.
혼자 기도하는 것보다는
It's better to us to pray 2 or 3 people than a single individual. In that place, every parent will be residing in that place.
2, 30명이
If we offer prayer 20, 30, 200 to 300, furthermore, 2,000 to 3,000,
1600 할 때도
in the 1,600 Cheonshim devotion, more than 3,500 people have gathered, and the main hall, Cheonshim Won, the small hall, was all filled up.
달라지는가를
We were able to see and feel how the atmosphere has shifted. And during this great work, the heavenly Japan missionaries should all come here and sing the song of
한 번이 아니라 한
the boat.
5번 반복하면서
And
대성 통곡하면서
when we continuously pray this, sing this,
하는 시간이 되면 얼마나 좋겠어요.
it will be great when we resolve ourselves together with your Father.
우리가 거저왔다 거저갈 인생이 아닙니다.
It's not a past where we just come and go. But in this
뜻을 이루어야 할 우리
golden era, we have the responsibility to absolutely fulfill the will.
거저간 사람 얼마나 많습니까?
How many people have just came and go?
소중한 섭리적
In
광명에게
this golden era of the providence,
우리가 오늘도
in this
귀한
precious,
간증을 듣고
we receive such precious testimony. We are able to feel that Heavenly Parent is working with,
굳건히 서서
because let us
이 차
be rock solid on our faith.
하늘의
Truly-
상상대로 가시기를 축원합니다.
Truly hope that this 1,600 second vigil devotion will
은혜
reach the
말씀해
heavens.
주신
Let us
유기성
offer another big round of
전시문자님께
applause for
다시 한번
President
감사의
Lee Gi-sung
박수를
for that grace-filled message.